Would you rather not play this game?
That is not an option.
Okay, sorry.
Well, obviously the latter. I mean, because, like...
But then that makes you a dictator. God, what an ego.
Yeah, but otherwise you're going to be eating dog
God.
poo and jumping and, like, smacking your butts on a dustbin lid and all of that sort of thing, aren't you? Because
I'd like to see you do that.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question, was it? It wasn't what would you like to see?
So either I get to control...
No, either you get controlled by Black Mirror viewers or you get to control the fate of the world. Listen to the question.
I did listen to the question, but they could be asked individually. Then I get to control you.
No, you don't.
What the question they really want is for me to control you.
No, that isn't. That
think
wasn't
that's what
an
everyone's
option.
asking
No,
for.
that wasn't one of the
We
options.
can give you that as an option if
Thank
you
you.
like.
Well, hang on. How does that bloody work?
Down!
Well, again, probably. I mean, literally. I think you end up watching pretty much everything your child does in the early years anyway. I mean, you have to watch them pooing. You have to. No one tells you. You love it when I talk about pooing, but no one tells you how much. Like, you know, when you become a parent, you're going to be changing nappies. You know that, don't you? You know that. You don't realise. No one tells you that you're going to be wiping their bums in restaurant toilets for years. When does that stop?
When they're 15, 16?
Yeah, well, actually, no. Like 7-year-old, you don't have to do that anymore. But like that, they don't tell you that. So I feel like I've seen everything they do, and I don't want them to see me on the toilet. The first one would be entertaining, generally, wouldn't it? It would be a great leveler. If the internet disappeared altogether, it would be. How would you get around or communicate with people or eat? Or wear shoes anymore. How would you breathe? Because there'd be no oxygen.
It'd be like 1990s.
Actually, I enjoyed the 90s, so the latter. There've been what negative reviews?
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think that when you're writing, genuinely, a serious answer, please.
Hold on, everyone. Mr. Serious.
When you're creating and writing stuff, there's a voice in your head that says, "This is rubbish, stop. This is rubbish, stop." And I think
that's me.
Yes, I know. There's a voice either in your head or in the room. And it's an act of will to sort of ignore that, and you've got to just keep ignoring it. But that's probably harsher than anything that anyone else could. I mean, it's irritating if somebody misunderstands an episode or misinterprets it or says things like, "This isn't as clever as it thinks it is." As their program can think it's clever. What a fucking idiot that person was.
Are you trying to?
I'm making out that like no negative review has ever stung me by getting annoyed about.
You don't seem annoyed about it at all.
I couldn't complain because I've written so many horrible reviews of things in the past. It would be churlish of me to.
Why don't you review Black Mirror?
So I can't remember whatever the other option was. I'd block out everything. I would block out all words.
Now, once more, return your attention to the breath.
Airport, yeah? Terminal 3. Do you work in that place? Smithereen, yeah.
Well, obviously the world has become a rosier and more happy place. And the big issue we have is dealing with the fact that everyone's so content and happy generally worldwide at the moment and harmonious. No, I don't think that anything's really changed in the way that we struggle to come up with ideas and weep about them. I think we're dimly aware that we're like that more people see the show and there's a wider audience, but that doesn't really affect how we think about the stories. It's still me sitting there trying to either entertain or disgust you with bad ideas, and you knocking them back and telling me I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it's pretty much day-to-day existence.
Yeah, but she mixes it up. Sometimes it's idiot, sometimes it's monster, sometimes it's. I mean, like the insults. The insults are the one thing that sort of change. Although the background hum of them is always as hurtful as day one.
Thank you. Oh, isn't that sweet?
Well, I was going to say, like, because you're a big fan of computer games, aren't you? I'm always trying to get you to stop talking about computer games.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't stop. Not a day goes by that you're not telling me about computer games. But we've done computer games quite a lot. We haven't done farming.
No.
That's not really a genre.
Farming.
I think we sometimes do. Like, I mean, well, I don't think a happy story with no pessimism in it would be intolerable, wouldn't it? I mean, it would be like the wheels on the bus. basically level of simplicity. You've got to like if you look at episodes we've done that are positive, like Hang the DJ or San Junipero, that are sort of hopeful and positive, optimistic episodes overall. There's a lot of darkness blended into that because otherwise it's one flavour you're being spoon-fed and you'd be sick. The metaphors are getting a bit out of control today.
I'm Ashley too. It's so great to meet you, Rachel.
You too.
I'll be here for you. I'll be here for you.
She doesn't understand how fragile all this is.
You think I should up the dose?
Knock 'em dead.
I don't think we'd be so arrogant to think we always had her in mind because she's Miley Cyrus. But when you are, imagine trying to cast an actor to play the international pop star. I mean, that is a big ask for any actor. And because we're only, an hour of TV, you've got to have someone who immediately embodies this person with charisma and musicality. And so it's a big ask. So we sort of thought, okay, ideally, who would this person be? It would be Miley, particularly given her attitude and her individuality and her ability to have broken free of the sort of Disney pop star image and create her own identity. So we reached out to her thinking, this is embarrassing, like we're ever going to hear back. And then very quickly we heard that she'd heard of the show, 2, that she liked the show, and then she said she loved the script and wanted to do it. And we were like, is she taking the... I mean, is this like really, because we're like at our little office in West London and she's in, LA. Anyway, and she quickly...
Mount Olympus.
Anyway, so we Skyped and she, given her stardom and her family dynasty, musical dynasty, she's incredibly grounded. And so she just quickly we Skyped and she was like, yeah, I'd love to do it. When do you need me? What do you need me to do? And she was so flexible and adaptable, and she's funny.
She's got a very good sense of humour and a really good sense of the absurd and the absurdity of the music business as well. And she was she had a lot of observations and thoughts.
She doesn't take herself seriously at all, which I love. And she doesn't take the industry seriously at all.
Which is a shame because we take ourselves incredibly seriously and we walk around frowning all the time so that people can tell that. Don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, God, she's good in it. She's really good. And I just love, you see another side of her, I think. And I think you see another side of what it is to be living her lifestyle and how she tries to manage it.